Right, so Tai Chi Chuan, we always have four aspects to every single application. We have Dipu, to strike and knock down strike. We have Sui Jiao, which is throwing and wrestling. We have Chin Na, which is a seize and hold. And we have Dimak, which is pressure points, which are supposed to aid existing techniques. There's a yin and yang in that, counter and recovery in every single orthodox technique. We practice orthodox techniques so we can acquire a certain principle. Once we've acquired that principle, as the classics say, you can abandon the technique. In other words, you can combine them with various other ones as the situation dictates. So, what we're going to do today is we're going to do a few Tai Chi Chuan counters to kicks. So the first one we're going to do today is rushing twist step. So, Wayne here is going to throw around now. So I'm keeping a 7-star guard. I'm holding the 7-star guard high to entice a mid-range or low roundhouse kick. As he's coming in, I'm 7-star stepping to the side, grab him. Now, I'm going to throw him to the ground. Remember I said Chin Na is involved, so I'm going to lock his knee as I throw him to the ground. Yeah. So I'm going to watch that again. Punch or strike, grab his leg, and I'm going to let him swimming. Throw him into it. So, rushing twist step. Why do we do this? Martial arts is about minimalism. You proceed from the complex to the simple. So what's the minimalism here? Well, if Wayne decides to come in and stamp down with that particular kick or direct it in a downward angle, so it's difficult to actually grasp, I will rush it and punch. Watch the movement again. One movement. Okay? So when it's the throw, exact same movement. We don't have to think about it, it's the exact same movement each time. We just have to be soft enough so that if we can't grab this kick, we can smash him with the punch instead. So, next thing then is, which is a difficult thing, which takes a bit of training usually, because most people when they're fighting, they're aggressive. So how do we train to yield in a way? So, what Wayne is going to do this time, he's going to come in and roundhouse kick me, and he's going to clinch at the same time. Which you'll get many people who are good at kicks are going to do that naturally. They're going to aim the kick high, low, and clinch, because it's safer. Only people who are very bad are going to lean back. So when Wayne does that to me, he now has me in a clinch. I can't force him that direction. What I can do is step back in my own way and throw him. Okay? So we'll do that slowly to show you again. He clinches. Instead of fighting him in that direction, where his power is, I'm going to leave this leg, my right leg in position. I'm now going to step back, let him slide around my right leg, and throw it. So, it's a mental attitude. The immediacy of combat and the ability to have that yin and yang. So once there's forward, immediately there's back. Okay. So again, the next one. Another way of doing these things. We want to entice the opponent. So again, these things are great techniques, great applications. Some people find they only work sometimes, that's generally because they don't set it up. Tai Chi is all about setting the guy up. It's all about enticing the opponent into the void. So we got to be able to play the long game. You'll notice that the 7-star guard keeps cropping up in the form. That's telling you something. That's telling you that you must come back to guard, play with the opponent, and get him to do what you want him to do. So, what Wayne is doing here is he's going to come in and go for low roundhouse kicks to chop into my leg. Every time he does, I'm swinging back out of it. I will show you what I'm doing there. I am basically letting my arse fall slightly to give me that kind of movement. So what I'm doing is, I'm annoying the opponent. I'm basically giving him a range, giving him a target, stepping just outside, coming back into it. He'll stretch a bit more, coming back into it. I'm going to throw. So what am I doing? When a person is a kicker, or anything, puncher, thrower, doesn't matter, at first he's going to attempt what he's very comfortable with. He's he's not going to overextend it first. He's going to try and see will his technique reach. Only if the person steps back out of the way, he goes, right, that's not working, I'm going to have to go a little bit further than I'm slightly comfortable. It's not going to go too far. So maybe the second one, maybe the third. You have to judge that. But basically, what you want the opponent to do is to get annoyed and to stretch out the hip. So he can throw it so the counter can be applied easily. So we watch it again. I'm leaving the leg open slightly further out than I would normally have it. Giving him a target, taking it away. Giving him a target, taking it away. Throw. Okay? So, retreat, retreat, advance. You retreat, advance. It doesn't have to be done in 3 sections, but play with it. Anyway, okay. Next technique. So, another technique we can do here is single sweep lotus leg. As it's going, we want to push kick. As we do it in the form, we scoop it, travel. Alright. Don't smash it. We travel. Hold on. We sweep it to the ground. That's it done. Orthodox. Why are you doing it that way? Because you're learning this scissors idea to throw them down. What I like to do, essentially, I like to be a little bit faster than that. So normally we learn it 9 palace step, single sweep lotus. Make it a little more efficient. Again. And we're down. So, what are we doing when I do it slowly? Weight is placed this way. I'm leaving myself open for a target. I'm scooping like an uppercut. I'm very like the same kind of mechanics. At the same time, I'm going to hop in like I'm kicking a Gaelic football. I'm kicking for just above the knee to get a reflex on the nerve, some tightness. So you're sending them head over heels. Okay, next one. So he goes for another high roundhouse. Step up 7 stars. Normally people will just push. That's okay, it's not great. What we want to do is pull back and then turn forward. So this idea of Kai Lang of gathering the weight. Again. Gets far more efficient. What it means is, mechanically what I'm doing to him is, I'm stretching. At the moment I'm stretching my glute, chin again. So now it works better if I switch out. Okay, we're going to do another kick takedown. So, Russian twist step. Single sweep lotus side. Again. On the other side. Wait for it. Again. Step up, 7 stars. These are all pretty standard tension techniques that we should be using. Again, alone. Flying on peak low.